Hello everyone, welcome to the Last Street Talks. So today's episode is a bonus episode where we discuss about passive income. Kaushal will start us out.
So, while discussing about passive income through our investment, so the major instrument that I like while doing my passive investment is REITs. REITs and invites, they both are, I consider them as the same factor. So, REITs are very multifunctional kind of instrument because REITs gives us the benefit of real estate investment plus the liquidity of the securities market. So I consider REITs as a major part in our portfolio, overall portfolio, as well as in our passive income. Because REITs pays an dividend, which are the rents collected by from the investment that the trust has done. So I think the major factor or the major instrument that one should consider while doing is passive, while thinking of passive income is REITs and invites. What do you think, guys?
What I think is property is one of the most popular investments in India and also all over the world. But वही property का issue है कि it's a very capital heavy investment. So yeah, REITs में I think it's below 2 lakhs, around 2 lakhs you can get the same benefits of a property, the rent income, which is your yield and the appreciation. So yeah, 10% roughly appreciation on an average, and a 9.5% yield. So it's a very good and a very lucrative investment. A बहुत safe side पे भी है because most of the REITs are commercial properties which are way more liquid than the retail properties and also provide a significantly higher yield. And when we talk about InvITs, it's also very similar to REITs. Instead of properties के जगह वो लोग in infrastructure projects में invest करते हैं, which also provides a very good yield. But I'm very bullish on InvITs as far as India is concerned because India का infrastructure scope अभी बहुत ज़्यादा है. Maybe not in coming 2-3 years because अभी तो बहुत issue आने वाला है, liquidity crunch, capital crunch and all that. But I think over the next 10-20 years, InvITs are going to flourish because first of all, India needs infrastructure, and for the infrastructure, India needs capital, and InvIT is an instrument which can connect those two. So yeah, I'm very bullish on InvITs.
So, do you guys think that there is any disadvantage of investing in REITs or invites?
I feel there is no disadvantage when it comes to investing in REITs because एक ऐसा एसेट है कि आपको पता है कि आपको एक डिविडेंड आने वाला है, जैसे रेंटल इनकम आता है प्रॉपर्टीज में, ऐसे आपको इसमें डिविडेंड आता है. और अगर हम इक्विटी के वे पे जाते हैं REITs में इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए, तो ये क्या बहुत नया मार्केट है. मतलब इंडिया इट्स वेरी स्मॉल राइट नाउ, और इंडिया में बहुत लोग हैं जिनको पता नहीं है REITs के बारे में. सो आई फील देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ गैप व्हेन वी सी इन रियल एस्टेट मार्केट इन्वेस्टिंग. सो जब लोगों को पता चलेगा इसके बारे में, और फिर बहुत ही इसका भी बहुत स्कोप है. और इसमें कैसे कि गवर्नमेंट वायलेशंस बहुत कम, मतलब गवर्नमेंट इंटरवेंशन बहुत, बिकॉज हम डायरेक्टली हमारा पैसा सीधा बिल्डर के पास जाता है, और मतलब इट्स अ बेनिफिट फॉर बोथ ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर एज वेल एज द बिल्डर. सो कॉन साइड पे तो बहुत ही लिमिटेड रिस्क है. लेकिन आई फील वन कैन गो फॉर REITs देन गोइंग फॉर अ प्रॉपर्टी, बिकॉज इसमें आपको कुछ ज्यादा ये डिलीजेंस करना नहीं पड़ता है कि कहाँ पर प्रॉपर्टी ले, कैसे ले, कौन वो अगर प्रॉपर्टी पूरा बनने वाला है कि नहीं बनने वाला. यहाँ पर REITs एज अ प्लेटफॉर्म गिव्स एज अ प्लेटफॉर्म कि आप सिर्फ अपना पैसा दे दो और पूरा काम उन लोग संभालेंगे. सो या I feel there is no disadvantages, and risk भी बहुत कम है when compared to REITs.
Yeah, and as far as I'm seeing this. Every security has a what do you call that? Every security का एक कौन साइड रहता ही है. अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट तो लगता है एवरी इसको कि स्टॉक जितना अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेगा. But the thing is that ki property is a very good investment when it is in a liquid market, because it provides decent appreciation and provides very good passive income, very good yields. So yeah, and what REITs does is eliminates the liquidity risk of the property, because agar residential property रहता है, so it has chances of getting illiquid, but commercial properties there is rarely any chance. So yeah, I think REITs is one of the most perfect investment avenues for a passive investor or even an active investor, क्योंकि the income generated can be used to create much more opportunities. And InvITs, obviously InvITs, there are InvITs are higher riskier than REITs, because infrastructure projects कभी कभी नहीं बनता है. Sometimes you don't uh, the payback periods are very long for infrastructure projects and all that. But I think every security has their own cons.
Oh. So as per India is concerned, so investing in REITs and invites. So the company which is coming up with the IPO, that there is a mandatory that the infrastructure or the real estate property should be completely developed. So as because of this criteria, I think it is more advantageous for the investor, because if there is a undeveloped property or unrented property, so the risk increases. But as per India, I feel it is safer, because that kind of IPOs we won't get.
Yes,
So
exactly. It is.
And,
The
and right and right now, in real estate market, RERA has been a regulator, and I feel the rules and regulations have been more strict, and now बहुत डिफिकल्ट है कि एक बिल्डर को, वैसे बहुत डिफिकल्ट है कि एक इलीगल डेवलपमेंट करना इंडिया में. सो इन इंडिया व्हाट हैपेंस इज, हम जैसे इंडिविजुअल्स आर वेरी मच विलिंग टू इन्वेस्ट इन रियल एस्टेट मार्केट इन ऑर्डर टू जनरेट पैसिव इनकम. सबको एक घर खरीदना होता है, बट कैसा होता है कि देर इज लॉट ऑफ क्राइटेरिया बिफोर इन्वेस्टिंग इन रियल एस्टेट इन इंडिया स्पेसिफिकली. और बहुत इलिक्विड मार्केट है रियल एस्टेट मार्केट इंडिया में, मुंबई स्पेसिफिकली व्हेन वी स्पीक अबाउट. सो अब ये जो इन्होंने ऑप्शन निकाला है कि आप रिट्स में आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो, सो कैसा है कि एक इंडिविजुअल को बहुत अच्छा मौका मिल जाता है कि कम अमाउंट में जो बेनिफिट उसे एक जो अर्बन एरिया में एक प्रॉपर्टी में इन्वेस्ट करने से मिलेगा, वो बेनिफिट रेट से मिलेगा. सो कम कैपिटल में आप इन्वेस्टेड रहते हो रियल एस्टेट मार्केट में, एंड दैट इज व्हाई one should look for REITs as a portfolio diversification asset in their investment.
we can say like,
Yeah.
so we will move to the second avenue.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so the second avenue what we consider while thinking of passive income is bonds. So nothing to say about them, but they again play a very important role in our portfolio, as they stabilize the overall portfolio and controls the volatility of the portfolio. So volatility in sense of beta. So, and of course they are giving an good yield in India right now compared to any other security. I think bonds are the only instrument that give a very good yield. So what do you think, guys?
So I see bonds. मतलब I don't see bond as a yielding instrument, because I don't put my money in direct bonds. मैं ज़्यादा म्यूचुअल फंड प्रेफर करता हूँ, because I see bond as a risk averse asset. rather than something that gives me income. So I usually never invest in yielding bonds. मेरा सब mutual fund में रहता है if the as far as the debt part is concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
See,
Nikhil,
I don't invest in debt because I feel I am a risk, मतलब aggressive invest when comes to risk. So for me, अगर मेरे को बॉन्ड में इन्वेस्ट करना है तो मैं बॉन्ड see it's a very good investment avenue because diversification हम बात करते बहुत important है और बॉन्ड आपको एक स्टेबल रिटर्न देता है बट आई फील वन इफ वन कि उसका कैसा यू नो इन्वेस्टमेंट साइकोलॉजी इन्वेस्टमेंट वे है सो फॉर मी it's a good avenue for one who wants to sleep stress free but if someone who is very investing in market or participating in markets he should know how to asset allocate properly at times when market is telling us that कि अभी कुछ होने वाला है market में there is a lot of pessimistic happening in market so one should shift from equity to debt that is if someone who is actively participating in market he should know that so मेरे लिए ऐसे like it is not like कि debt में invest करना है I will invest in debt when markets are you know uh, something is going wrong with the economy so to more chunk of my capital I will place in the debt market
oh,
that,
so
that
what do you feel about passive income? Are you giving it importance, or you're not currently focusing on passive income?
At our age, I don't think passive income is necessary at all. Maybe some people may have different opinions, but yeah,
Okay.
I usually don't go towards passive income. I rarely own any mutual funds, debt mutual funds. I rarely own any REITs I don't own any REITs and InvITs. I am usually 100% equity guy, and the passive income for me is that I'm not focused on the traditional passive income. What I'm planning to do is accumulate a large sum of money through my equity investments, and then use that money for my after a point when I don't want to earn or something like that. So I'll put it in a SWP, and then I withdraw it how the amount I prefer.
Okay, okay, great, great.
so for me it, calling it as an income will be wrong because passive में हम benefit कर सकते हैं और एक्टिव में जो हम इनकम करते हैं पर्सनल एक्सपेंसेस और सेविंग वगैरह जो भी है so one should not see or look to get use the money which they are generating from passive sources so that is my view कि हमें पैसिव इनकम करना चाहिए लेकिन उसको एज अ वेल्थ क्रिएटर रखना चाहिए देन टू यूजिंग दैट इनकम फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम
So different persons, different opinion, right? But the next avenue that I think three of us will have and focus on.
So
So the second,
so if you don't mind, I have a question for both you guys. So अगर
okay,
इंडिया का रियल एस्टेट मार्केट देखा, so मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा सब डिवाइडेड है. So which market would you prefer? Because I personally feel that मुंबई का रियल एस्टेट मार्केट, even though it is not the most liquid और इतना appreciation नहीं है, I think it is my most favorite real estate market because of the rent.
व्हेन वी कंपेयर विद द रेंट जब हम देखते हैं तो जो रेसिडेंशियल एरिया में उधर उतना ज्यादा रेंट नहीं मिलता है कंपेयर टू अ कमर्शियल स्पेस सो मुंबई में कैसे कि अभी सब ओवर वैल्यूड हो गया है मेरे हिसाब से अभी जो भी डेवलपमेंट होगा वो ऐसे जगह पे होगा जहाँ पर ग्रोथ आना बाकी है जैसे कि यहाँ पर एक कुछ आना बाकी है जैसे पनवेल था पनवेल 10 साल पहले कुछ नहीं था पनवेल में लेकिन नाउ दे आर लाइक कि अभी एयरपोर्ट आएगा ये होगा, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़ेगा, तो अभी हम देख सकते हैं कि कैसे बढ़ रहा है, जैसे ग्रोथ हो रहा है प्रॉपर्टी रेट पे। वैसे
Hmm.
ही सिमिलरली आई फील कि ऐसे ही कि रियल एस्टेट मार्केट इंडिया विल बी डेवलपिंग मार्केट अगर हम प्रॉपरली सही जगह पे उस इन्वेस्ट किए करें, नॉट स्पेसिफिकली इन द अर्बन एरियाज, बट अगर हम दूर कहीं भी जाते हैं ना, तो अगर वो लोकेशन डेवलप होने वाला है इन कमिंग ईयर, और वहां पर प्लान्स प्रॉपर डिलीजेंस करके अगर हमने इन्वेस्ट किया ना, तो हमें 10 बैगर रिटर्न्स वो एसेट से मिल सकता है, अगर
Okay.
मैं राइट्स पे ना छोड़ के ओनली रियल एस्टेट इन
Ah,
मतलब
yes, yes.
डायरेक्ट।
I'm talking about direct real estate, right? So
हाँ,
we have only, 2 or 3 options.
या सो कैसे कि अभी पालघर, नो वी नॉट मेनी ऑफ देम नो अबाउट पालघर इज अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट, और ये अभी यहाँ पर बहुत आईटी हब आने का प्लान्स बन रहे थ्रू गवर्नमेंट, और डेवलपमेंट होने का प्लान हो रहा है। अभी यहाँ पर प्रॉपर्टी रेट्स बहुत कम है, सो दिस इज वेयर वन शुड गो फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट इन रियल एस्टेट। कमर्शियल स्पेसेस में आप इन्वेस्ट करोगे कि दैट इट विल बी एडवांटेज साइड पे कि हाँ, कमर्शियल आपका रेट ज्यादा जल्दी से अप्रिशिएट होगा व्हेन कंपेयर टू रेसिडेंशियल, और लिक्विड भी रहता है कमर्शियल स्पेसेस। सो one investor who wants to invest in real estate should tap markets which are fairly undervalued, and wait for the growth.
It is the dividend income.
So what
So,
about you, Kaushal? What do you think about, my questions?
okay. So I personally feel that it is as similar as investing in safe havens like Reliance and HDFCs versus any small or mid cap. So I compare on that parameters. If you are trying to take risk, you will get the reward. If you are betting on safe haven, you will be safe. So that's my criteria. Specifically to me, I am a risk taker. So I believe that tier 2, tier 3 cities would be a better investment, a better property value than investing in yeah, urban areas.
Okay, okay.
Dividend income.
Yeah. So dividend income. So we don't actually consider it as a passive because it's completely the management choice if the company wants to declare a dividend or not. But if a company is paying from last 10 to 20 years consistently dividend, so we should consider that company as a passive income. So, Miguel, do you have any such kind of source where you get a fixed dividend every year?
There are mutual funds, I feel, who
No. So I'm not talking about the mutual funds. I'm talking about direct equity.
like companies paying dividend on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of PSU companies like Power Grid, and you can find it, which has a dividend yield of 6 to 7%. So, but I feel a dividend income is very less when we compare. क्योंकि एक small investor के पास कितना ही इन्वेस्टमेंट होगा उस पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक में कि उसको इतना डिविडेंड मिलेगा कि that will be enough for him, तो मेरा वो प्रैक्टिकलिटी पे मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि डिविडेंड, अगर अच्छा डिविडेंड मिलना है तो अच्छा क्वांटिटी में आपके पास एक शेयर होना चाहिए जो शेयर प्रॉपरली डिविडेंड यील्ड कर रहा है, दे रहा है, हर साल दे रहा है।
Okay, but as we tweeted yesterday that any amount, if you even have 1,000 invested,
Hmm.
but I think the dividend is the only income that you realize. So even if
Yes.
your 1,000 goes to 1 lakh, that
Hmm.
doesn't really give you the benefit. But the dividend, even you get 10 rupees, that is very beneficial.
It directly gets into our bank account, so we don't have to.
Yeah.
It's a very ये तो पैसिव टू पैसिव वाला हो गया ये, मतलब अगर आप इक्विटी में देखते हो, so it's a very, for a small investor or a medium size investor, dividend can be a income कि चलो ठीक है, ऐसे जैसे कि मतलब आप टैक्स फाइल करते हो फिर आपको थोड़ा सा पैसा आ जाए ना, वो
हाँ,
आपने
रिबेट,
अगर
रिबेट
रिबेट
जैसे।
जैसे आ जाए तो
हाँ
वैसे एक छोटा बिग बिग डिविडेंड मैटर्स अ लॉट.
But talking about India, I feel like that average price of a stock is now around 1,000 rupees or more. But the investment what we consider as a retail is like minimum 10,000 or 1 lakh. If you're thinking of investing 1 lakh rupees and you are just thinking of buying 100 shares, okay, I by looking at the GDP per capita, I think it's okay. But if you are coming into securities market, I think you should have at least fairly fair capital of around 5 to 10 lakhs, because that will only give you the benefit of diversification and good income, like what we are saying, dividend income. If you are investing 10,000 or 1 lakh, I don't think that. Of course, it will be beneficial, but it won't that be good as investing a better amount or fairly valued amount.
exactly. If you see for the retail investors, they cannot get enough diversification for the stocks because capital नहीं रहता, तो retail के लिए mutual fund है. बाकी the trained professionals and the experience के लिए there is stock market.
बट आई एम लाइक वेरी मच कि अगर बड़ा ही इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट है तो डिविडेंड अच्छा खासा मिलेगा, अदरवाइज it's a kind of a rental income if you have an equity investment.
Aditya, what's your thought on this?
So I never actually buy stocks looking at the dividend. I see it as an added benefit. So मतलब मेरा first actually रहता ही नहीं. I never take dividend into the picture. वो अगर added है so it's fine. But and I don't see dividend, मतलब dividend as a passive income is really good. But the amount of dividend, which is the dividend yield for India, which is roughly 1.4%, you have to have a huge capital to have a livable income, maybe 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. You need what, roughly 10 crore or above, or if you want to earn 10 lakhs on a dividend income. And if you have 1 crore of equity shares, and then I don't think passive income is of any issue to you, because you have a 1 crore of equity shares. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
But as from the survey that was done in New York, that an average millionaire has at least 6 sources of income. So even if the income is low, but it is a different source. It is diversified, as we do in while investing, that we invest across the sector, across the industry. So I think that every income, even it is like minimum to minimum 1 rupee or 10 rupee, that will matter in long run, as you will get the benefit of compounding.
No, see, the issue with dividend investing in India is कि जो अच्छे stocks है वो लोग की yield बहुत कम है. And if you go hunting for yields, you will never get good securities. You have to settle for average or below average returns. If you have to sacrifice, and if you are ready to sacrifice for that for the yields. But I'm not. That's my perspective.
Oh,
So dividend
so
income, मतलब it is very important. But in India में right now there are rarely any securities which are good securities and which give dividend income, and they are so less कि your capital will be very concentrated, and it will increase the risk by a lot.
okay.
So I'm speaking logically, of course. If you look at it like that, yeah, dividend income तो बहुत important है. Warren Buffett का भी dividend income बहुत आता है, and that's how he operates. But India,
but
हाँ, अभी India
speaking
is still.
practically,
So in total, we have discussed three types of passive income sources. So the first one is REITs and invites. Second is the bonds, and the third one is the dividend income. So these three factors will actually help you in long run, because as your income source gets added, if you have a salary income, you are getting three more additional sources of income. So in a long run, you will be, of course, benefited. And one should always look for building more and more passive source of income. So that was the topic for the episode. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned, and the next Saturday, I think we are going to come up with the second part of intellectual investment. So stay tuned.